Immunization for small children is urged now. That's our top story for tonight. This is Channel 14's Community Focus. I'm Michelle Clifton.
And I'm Chris Ritter. Parents can protect their children from many childhood diseases by making sure they are properly immunized, says the Adair County Health Department. Parents should not wait until school entry. Much of the disease prevented by vaccines occurs in early childhood. Therefore, children should be immunized as early as possible. The first vaccination should be given at 2 months of age and the primary series completed by 2 years of age. Immunization recommendations in Oklahoma include at least 4 doses of diphtheria or tetanus vaccine, 3 doses of the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, which prevents childhood meningitis. The Adair County Health Department holds immunization clinics Mondays from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. and Tuesday evenings from 5 to 7 p.m. For more information, call the Adair County Health Department at 696-7292, 696-7292.
Dr. Bill Goodwin of Stillwell is serving as administrator of the Red Bird Smith Healthcare Clinic, operated by the Cherokee Nation of Sallisaw. The grand opening and dedication ceremony for the newly completed clinic will be July 18th. The clinic will begin partial service by July 13th and is expected to be ready for full operation by mid-October. The existing clinic will be closed July 9th and 10th to move all equipment to the new location, which is near Sallisaw High School. Also, Chris and I have visited some of the coolest summer spots in Stillwell. If you have some spare time on your hands, you might want to check these places out.
Where is Stillwell's coolest summer spots? Well, you're looking at it. It's poolside. Today we'll look at both choices of fun in the sun. We're talking with Twyla Mann, the head lifeguard here at Marietta. This is a junior-size swimming pool offered here at Marietta School. What's the entry fee to get in to swim?
It's $1 per person, and it's from 11 to 5 through the day.
Does Marietta offer social activity?
Yes, we book private parties on Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and the weekends, and it's $25 an hour for a private party.
How many lifeguards are employed here at Marietta?
We have 4 lifeguards. We have Mr. Rick Christie, Mike Gardner, and Carrie Hart, and myself.
Do you usually have a good turnout every summer for swimmers here at Marietta?
Yes, we average anywhere from 40 to 80 swimmers a day, usually.
Do you give swimming lessons here?
Yes, we are starting another course in swimming lessons July the 6th, the beginning swimmer level. And it's July the 6th, and it starts at 9 o'clock, and it ends at 9:45 days.
What are the age groups that can enter in swimming?
Beginner swimmers usually start from 5-year-olds, and you can go up to 20 if you can't swim. But usually it's from 5, and they're about 5 to 8 is the age group.
So I guess any age that's welcome to come out to Marietta. Thank you. Chris?
Thank you, Michelle. We're Stillwell's second poolside cool spot. It's right here at Stillwell Zone Public Pool. I'm here with Rhonda Batt, one of the lifeguards employed here at the Stillwell Public Pool. Hello, Rhonda.
Hello.
Rhonda, how many lifeguards are employed here at the public pool?
There's 5.
5, and what are their names?
Me, Rhonda Batt, Renee Gowkitcher, Deanna Pruitt, Alicia Morris, and Michelle Deason.
And Rhonda, how many hours is the pool open each day?
It's open from 12 to 5.
12 to 5, okay. And how many days a week?
5, Monday through Friday.
And what is the entry fee to get into the pool each day?
$1.
I'd like to thank Rhonda for her time, and we're going to get some reactions from the swimmers here at the pool to see what they like best. I'm talking with a couple of swimmers here at the city pool. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
And what is y'all's name?
Hannah. Misty Benham.
What do you all like best about the Stillwell City Pool?
The lifeguards.
Do y'all come and swim here often?
No.
Y'all don't?
Just once in a while.
Just once in a while? Well, we thank you for your time and hope you have a good day. Remember, where's the coolest spots in Stillwell? It's poolside. This is Chris Ritter reporting for Channel 14's Community Focus. The Cherokee Nation Head Start program is conducting pre-enrollment for the 1992-93 school year. Head Start is a comprehensive child development program for children ages 3 and 4. Children must be 3 by September 1st and not 5 before September 1st. In addition to supporting Native American heritage, culture, and language, the program provides services in the areas of education, physical, medical, and dental health, nutrition, social development, and parental involvement. Appropriate forms must be completed on all children before attending classes. There are recruitment forms, dental examinations, physical examinations, current immunization record, and a USDA application. The income guideline for accepting applications have been established by the Department of Health and Human Services. For more information or to receive an application, contact the Head Start office staff at 458-5785 or toll free 800-256-0671 or stop by the office at the Cherokee Nation Annex located near junction of Highway 62 and 82.
Tyson Foods Incorporated announced the signing of a merger agreement in which Tyson will acquire Arctic Alaska Fishery Corporation, a Seattle, Washington-based company, at a price of $12.75 per share on the closing price of Tyson shares. Under the terms of the agreement, a Tyson subsidiary expects to merge with Arctic on October 5, 1992. Arctic is the only pure-play fishing company in the United States.
Some of Stillwell City offices have moved to the building formerly owned by Dr. C.W. Mahagan on West Division Street. Dr. and Mrs. Mahagan donated the building to the Stillwell Public Library in August of 1986. Dr. Mahagan was allowed to stay in the building until his retirement this spring. The city will rent the now empty building from the library. Among those making the move are City Clerk's Office, Billing and Collection Department of the Utility Department, City Court Clerk, City Code Enforcer, and Mayor. A plaque honoring the Mahagans was awarded in August of 1986 by the American Library Trustees Association for their donation of a city block of land on which the library stands and the medical clinic buildings.
Stillwell Kiwanis Club President Reggie Cox announced that the plans nearing completion for the annual 4th of July fireworks show sponsored by the club. About $2,000 will be spent on fireworks for the show, which will begin on dusk Saturday, July 4th. Charles Crozier, Fireworks Committee Chairman, will be assisted by Robert Crozier, Lynn Carson, and Cox in the setting off of the fireworks. In addition to the public display, many people choose to buy their own fireworks. We went to one place to see what they had to offer.
We're here at the First Christian Church, and we'll be talking to Carrie Johnson. Carrie, why is your church having a fireworks stand?
Well, right now we're trying to raise money to go on a CIY trip to Gunnison, Colorado. It is a Christian type trip where we go and spend a week with some other Christian groups and try to learn some more about God.
That's good. You're raising money to go on the trip.
Yes.
That's good. What are your hours for your fireworks stand?
Right now it's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. As time grows closer to the 4th, they will be expanding to as in like the 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and so on.
What is your biggest seller here in your fireworks stand?
Well, right now it seems to be the Black Cats, and earlier this morning we had a guy come by and buy 4 of the Phoenix Flyers.
So are you doing pretty good business?
Pretty good, yes.
So if you're looking for some fireworks and you want to help out a bunch of great kids, come down to the First Christian Church.
And now, here are some pictures in the news. Bell Community Building, Stillwell, Oklahoma in District 2 received $3,000 to help renovate the kitchen and bathroom through the Community Seed Grant Program from the Cherokee Nation Tribal Council. Pictured from left are Don Vaughn, Tribal Contract Director, Nancy Thomas, Secretary and Treasurer for the Bell Community Building, Johnny Nofire, Mitchell Nofire, Sue Muskrat, and Harold Jiggs Phillips, Tribal Councilman.
Luella Kuhn, Wright, patient representative with the Community Health Services Program, received a plaque in honor of her retirement after 23 years of service. Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Wilma P. Mankiller left presented Kuhn with the plaque during the recent Health Services annual meeting at Western Hills Lodge.
Highway 51 Rest Rural Fire Department, Stillwell, Oklahoma in District 2 received $3,000 to purchase protective equipment through the Community Seed Grant Program from the Cherokee Nation Tribal Council. Pictured our left, James Garland Eagle, Tribal Councilman, Joe Bunch, Belt Potter, Wayne Downey, Tony Dixon, and Harold Jiggs Phillips, Tribal Councilman.
Mid-County Fire Department, Stillwell, Oklahoma District 2, received $3,000 to purchase two-way radios in fire trucks through the Community Seed Grant Program from the Cherokee Nation Tribal Council. Pictured are left, James Garland Eagle, Tribal Councilman, Harold Dudley, Jim Bagby, Pete Perry, and Harold Jiggs Phillips, Tribal Councilman.
The Cooks and Hills Community Action Foundation, Incorporation, has been awarded federal funds for emergency food and shelter for Adair County. The selection was made by the National Board, which is chaired by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and consists of representatives from other agencies. The board was charged to distribute funds in high-need areas around the country. For further information on the program may be attained by calling Cooks and Hills Community Action Agency at 212 South Water Street in Tahlequah or telephone 918-456-0571.
Stilwell Foods recently celebrated their 50th anniversary. An open house attracted over 300 people who sampled Stillwell products and toured the facility. Greeting visitors were Paul Meade, President, Leon Wilson, Executive Vice President, Paul Rutherford, Vice President of Production, and Hiram McFarland, Vice President of Accounting. Lee Turman, Executive Vice President of Operations, introduced the following video to visitors before they toured Stilwell Foods.
Quality is our #1 goal here. We have a knack of surrounding ourselves with good people. We only have the best farmers that grow for Stilwell Foods because we expect the best product.
Welcome to Stillwell Foods, where our goal is to be the best specialty frozen food company in America. Our facilities in Stillwell, Oklahoma and McAllen, Texas produce our high-quality frozen food products for customers from California to Maine. We provide a wide variety of quality products, utilizing efficient production facilities, dedicated employees, and friendly, prompt, and efficient service to our customers. Stillwell produces over 100 quality frozen food items at our 2 plant locations. These include regular vegetables, vegetable blends, breaded vegetables, battered vegetables, cheese sticks, onion rings, fruits, fruit cobblers, and pie shells. The production process begins here, in the field, where highly trained agricultural specialists monitor our fruits and vegetables from planting to harvest. Back in our administrative offices, computerization ensures accurate accounting and record keeping. Detailed records are kept on all crops, products, and packaging, allowing us to trace any product from the field to the dinner table. With the financial and administrative backing of Flowers Industries, a progressive Fortune 500 company, Stillwell Foods has become one of the most modern and productive convenience foods facilities in America. Both our operations are furnished with the latest technology and production equipment. Our new state-of-the-art vegetable blending system is the first of its kind. Developed by Hasten in conjunction with our own engineers, our vegetable blender provides complete accuracy in the weighing of vegetable portions, guaranteeing the exact blend specified on our labels. Our Ultima 2 polybaggers with microprocessor controls analyze every bag they fill, assuring a full weight. Metal detectors are used to help ensure consumer safety. The same quality control goes into our wet packs, too. Each box is checked to ensure proper weight. Our modernized onion ring line produces a variety of high-quality onion rings, including natural cut, steak cut, and country style. With its latest addition, our pie shell operation can produce over 70 million pie shells a year, including both regular and deep dish pie shells, tart shells, and graham cracker crusts. The freezers alone at Stillwell cover a total of 4 acres and can maintain 18 million pounds of product in cold storage. That means our customers can offer all of our popular seasonal frozen foods year-round. Stillwell Foods is environmentally conscious, and we are continually researching agriculture, production, and packaging methods that are safe for the environment. In addition to our emphasis on high-quality products, Stillwell Foods is committed to service. Our sales force is both dependable and flexible, and is continually planning ways to better serve our customers. In addition to our main office in Stillwell, Oklahoma, we also maintain several regional sales offices. We operate our own modern, well-maintained fleet of trucks to ensure timely, dependable delivery. Our drivers cover over 4.5 million miles a year, carrying quality Stillwell products to our customers. Satisfied customers are the cornerstone of our success.
I'll check on that for you, and I'll get right back with you, okay?
Our customer service department is always available to respond to your questions or requests. Stillwell is located in eastern Oklahoma, and the people who live and work here are friendly, honest, and proud. Though Stillwell is the primary home of Stillwell Foods, it's not the only one. McAllen, Texas, our other home, is rich in Mexican-American tradition. Rio Grande Foods, a subsidiary of Stillwell Foods, is located in this charming South Texas town. This facility is located 675 miles south of Stillwell, allowing for different growing seasons. This translates into dependable year-round availability of many vegetable products to you. The items produced at Rio Grande are shipped frozen to Stillwell and distributed from our central warehouse. Our people are the key ingredient in the Stillwell recipe for success. Agricultural specialists know just the right time to harvest our fruits and vegetables. A knowledge of computer technology helps our production line people monitor efficiency. Our highly skilled quality control professionals constantly test samples for quality and consistency. Our marketing team conducts ongoing research to develop new products that meet changing consumer needs. The people in our shipping area strive to assure timely and accurate loads. It is the goal of our sales staff and customer service department to keep our customers satisfied. And timely delivery is the #1 priority for our friendly, dependable drivers. Every step of the way, Stillwell Foods is working to provide you with the right variety of high-quality products you need when you need them, so your customers can enjoy the convenience of great-tasting Stillwell Foods all year round. Dedicated people, high-quality products, and state-of-the-art equipment have made Stillwell Foods a reliable supplier of frozen foods. That's Stillwell Foods, dedicated to becoming the best specialty frozen food company in America.
The Cherokee Indian Baptist Association Choir will be in Washington, D.C. on June 26th to perform the National Folk Arts Festival sponsored by the Smithsonian Institute. 9 performances are scheduled for the group, whose expenses for the 2-week period are being paid by the Smithsonian. J.B. Dreadfulwater of Tahlequah is the choir director.
A second water quality incentive program will be offered to those producers who are located in the Peach Eater watershed area. The goal of the program is to provide incentive payments to achieve the source reduction of non-point source agriculture pollutants in an economically sound manner. Persons interested in signing up for the WQIP program and are located in the watershed area must sign up through the ASCS office before July 10th. This has been Channel 14's Community Focus. I'm Chris Ritter.
And I'm Michelle Clifton. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Changes are discussed. That's our top news story for this evening for Community Focus, August 4th, 1992. I'm Chris Ritter.
And I'm Michelle Clifton. A public hearing was held the evening of July 24th at the Stillwell Communities Facilities Building, allowing area residents the opportunity to comment on the proposed expansion project on US 59. The 3 alternatives were given for the project, which will expand the highway to 4 lanes. Alternative 1 will move the highway from its present route to the following Kansas City Southern right-of-way through town along Front Street. A new bridge will be built at the south end of town, west of the present viaduct. State Highway 100 will extend from its present intersection with US 59 to a new intersection on the new route proceeding through the Ford dealership. Alternative 2 will provide for 2 separate one-way streets to funnel traffic through town, and Alternative 3 to remain the highways as present location. The meeting can be seen in its entirety tonight after Community Focus.
Indian Capital Area Votech Stillwell Campus is accepting enrollment for the fall semester daytime classes. Classes begin August 12th. The enrollment office will be open from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. for daytime enrollments. For an adult student attends classes for 6 hours per day for 1 year. He or she may receive a certificate in 1 year. Part-time students attend 3 hours per day, either in the morning or the afternoon. Most classes are limited to 18 students. The Indian Capital Votech Stillwell campus is located on Highway 59 North near the Marietta Road, Stillwell. For more information, call 696-3111. That's 696-3111.
Small businesses who contract with larger businesses, local or state government, are almost always required to have surety or performance bonding. The Cherokee Nation Economic and Business Development Program, in conjunction with the Oklahoma Small Business Development Center, will sponsor a one-day workshop regarding insurance and bonding information for Indian contractors. The workshop will be held August 12th in the Tribal Council Chambers of W.W. Keeler Tribal Complex, located approximately 4 miles south of Tahlequah on Highway 62. Workshop presenters will be Jeffrey T. Walkingstick of Chandler and Marcia C. Britta of Oklahoma City. The workshop will begin with registration at 8:30 a.m. There will be no fee for attending the workshop, and accommodations will be made for the disabled. For more information to register, call Kim Mounts at 458-5051. That's 458-5051.
Well, that dreaded day has come. Next Wednesday, August 12th, Stillwell School students will be going back.
But Stillwell High School students have a new change to look forward to. They have a new principal, Dr. Barbara Martens. Channel 14's Community Focus went down to interview Mrs. Martens in her office and ask her how her new position and things were going.
Let's take a look.
Today we're here in the office of Barbara Martens, where we'll be discussing her new position as principal. She was previously counselor and curriculum director here at Stillwell High School. Good evening, Ms. Martens.
Well, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. Do you want to tell us a bit about your previous position here at Stillwell?
I started here at Stillwell 7 years ago. This will be my 8th year coming up, and I started working in the counselor's office. And I worked as a counselor for the first 5 years, and then I worked as a curriculum director part last year and the year before. And I did curriculum work, working with the curriculum and the teachers, and looking at the areas that we needed to enhance and improve, and looking at the direction that Stillwell School District would need to go, and also in the counseling office.
Yes. You've been studying a long time for the position that you now currently hold. What kind of degrees do you have?
I have a doctorate in education administration, which I earned these last 3 years, and I graduated from the University of Arkansas in May of this past year with my doctorate. And in the coursework that I took, and in my doctorate work, I took administration courses and curriculum courses to prepare me to be an academic leader and to work in curriculum and with teachers in school.
What are some of the responsibilities of being principal that you have?
Well, I feel a real responsibility not only toward our teachers and working with the teachers, but also toward our students. I feel a strong responsibility to prepare them for the future, not only for the high school year while they're here, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, not only for their high school years, but also for their life after high school. And I feel
preparing
that,
them for the future.
yes, and to adapt and contribute to a life after high school. And I think that we as educators have a big responsibility to prepare our students the best we can.
Yeah. Do you have any words you'd like to say to your new students and teachers coming up for this school term?
Yes, I do. I would like to, first of all, I would like to say that Stillwell School District is a very good school district, and that we have an awful lot to offer our students. I think that we have a staff, we're very fortunate to have a staff that is focused on our students and care about our students. We have faculty members that work, I think, above and beyond with some of our students and some of their activities after school and on weekends, and I think that they're dedicated to providing them a good education. And I want our students to know that we care about them and that we're here for them, because in my way of thinking, my vision for Stillwell High School is to prepare this young person to go out when they leave Stillwell High School, to go out in the community, to contribute to that community, and to adapt to their changing community. And we welcome our students because we care about them and we want to provide the best for them. And in a way, they are our clients, and we are here for them. They are not here because of us. And so we have a responsibility to provide the best education and to prepare them to be citizens.
Has the enrollment for Stillwell High School increased for the 1992-93 school term?
Yes, it has. We have pre-enrolled, I was just looking at these figures a little bit ago, and we have pre-enrolled 687 students for this fall. We have a really large freshman class coming in of 222 students.
That's a big amount.
We had a large freshman class last year, so now we have 181 sophomores for next year, and the junior class is 158. Our smallest class will be the senior class, which will have 136 students.
Well, in your job as principal, do you have any plans for changes or anything for the school system?
Last year we worked with the teachers. We developed a committee, an educational curriculum committee, and we worked on improving our school, and we worked on focusing in on the student and student learner outcomes, and we were looking at helping our students be not only good students but good citizens. And I think that that is going to be our focus in the next couple of years. We're going to be looking at student learner outcomes. We're going to be looking at how we as a team can develop an educational program for our students that will allow them to leave Stillwell High School and go on to college, go on to a job, and be good, productive citizens.
Also, I know that Stillwell has been working on a new building for Stillwell High Schools. You want to tell us about some of the classes that might go and what it's put there to accomplish?
We have begun building the new addition. It will be a separate facility from the main body of the high school, and it will have 7 classrooms in it. They have and there will be an office there. We have hired a new psychometrist, and we will also be providing services to our students that need to be tested or need some extra help. And so we'll have an office and 7 classrooms, and we are going to look at moving some of our classes out there. We haven't really made the decision because the building has not been completed yet, and we hope to have it all ready by August the 12th and ready to go for the school. Yes. and they have the outside of it. They're going to, they'll need to do the brick work on it, and they will be tiling later this next week inside and getting it all ready inside. And we, at this point, we have looked at maybe putting some of our upper level classes out there, like our seniors and our juniors, and keeping our freshmen within the hub of our main high school here, so that they will have easy access to the home ec department and the art department and the typing and speech department. And that is one of the things that we're looking at. We'll be making a firm decision within this next week.
That's good. Well, I'd like to thank you a lot for letting us come out and come into your office and speak with you. We've been you as parents, and if any students are watching, I hope you feel more confident about your principal. I know I do. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Stillwell High School head baseball coach Tim Barton led the large East team at the Oklahoma Coaches Association All-State game Tuesday night, July 28 at Johnson Stadium in Tulsa. The East squad included Stillwell utility man Jay Kester. Kester went 1 for 3 on the night. West squad, led by Chicago White Sox first-round draft pick A.J. Hinch of Midwest City, defeated the large East 5-3. The game can be seen next Monday night, August 10th, here on Channel 14.
The deadline for applicants to enter the 1992 Cherokee National Holiday Pow-Wow Princess Contest is Friday, August 14th. Contestants must be between the ages of 15 and 21 and never have been married, and they must be at least 1/4 Cherokee. Applicants must also reside in the 14-county service area of the Cherokee Nation. Selection of the princess is based on their knowledge of Pow-Wow protocol, ability to dance, communication skills, appearance, and poise. Judging will take place at the reception for all entrants on Wednesday, August 26th at 7 p.m. in the Counselor Chambers of W.W. Keeler Tribal Complex in Tahlequah. The princess will receive a handcrafted beaded crown, title banner, and $250. She will also ride in the holiday parade, participate in all functions of the powwow, as well as represent the Cherokee Nation at various area powwows during her reign. The first runner-up will receive a $50 prize. For entry forms or information, contact Mary Birmingham or TJ Stand at 918-456-0671 or call toll-free at 1-800-256-0671 or write to the Cherokee Nation, P.O. Box 948, Tahlequah, Oklahoma 74465.
Sam Morris, SHS band director, announced that Stillwell High School band students are to report at 9 a.m. Wednesday, August 5th at the band room. The meeting had originally been set for Monday, August 3rd, but was rescheduled at the last minute. Morris asked that if any new band students have moved into the area, please attend the meeting.
This has been Channel 14's Community Focus for August 4th, 1992. I'm Michelle Clifton.
And I'm Chris Ritter. Thank you for watching.
Good night.
Good night.
As you know, Stillwell Public School Systems will be starting back August the 12th. Most of the teachers have had to go back August 10th and 11th. We decided to go down and speak with a few of those teachers and get their reactions about starting back to school. Also, there has been some new changes and improvements.
Such as at the high school, where a new building was built for the upper grades, and also at the middle school, the E.G. McLemore Field House was refinished this summer for the middle school. We'd like to welcome you to Community Focus's Back to School Special. I'm Chris Ritter.
And I'm Michelle Clifton. Let's take a look. We're here at the preschool building speaking with Jan Grooms, who will be giving us a tour of the preschool facilities. We're going to begin in the instructional area. Jan?
Okay. First we'll start here, and this is Mrs. Heck's room. She's one of our certified teachers here. And as you can see, we're just now starting to set up the different areas. We have 4-year-olds will have learning centers. They will have crafts. They will have what they call listening centers, where they listen to tapes and look at books. And this year, since we are not allowed to have 3-year-olds this year, we're not able to have 3-year-olds, we're going to have a bigger, this is their block area. This is where they build with wooden blocks, with paper blocks. This is part of the
Learn with assembly.
Right. And as you can see, this has been divided, so this will be part of Mrs. Heck's, our other certified teacher, Mrs. Tidwell. We can go right on around here. This will help with motor skills for the children of the block areas, and as you can see, they have dramatic play. They have a little playhouse set up here. This is part of the dramatic play. And there's a variety of things that they do, which I'm just not really familiar with, but I know that all of the kids that we've had so far have loved it.
This building is how many years old?
3 years old. It was built in 1989. That was the beginning of our service to the Stillwell area. We served 3- and 4-year-olds for these first 3 years, but this year we're only going to be able to have 4-year-olds. They have to be 4 by September 1.
How many do you have enrolled for this coming term?
Right now we have roughly 72 enrolled, and we're allowed to take 80, so we have a few spots left. Here's our kitchen area. And because of the preschool having to eat so early during the day to get everybody fed, they have snacks in the afternoon, so we use this area. Snacks are prepared here. And this is, right now it's a mess, but this is where we will have programs in bad weather. They play indoor on the equipment. It's where the early morning and afternoon extended care is held here.
And extended care is a program for which when children arrive early or have to stay late,
right,
and they can be taken care of.
There's someone here at 6:45 in the morning, and there's someone here until 6 o'clock in the afternoon for early and late. So, then this area back here is also called extended care, but it's the morning children have classroom in the morning. They will come back here in the afternoon. They still have same type of situation centers, but it's not an instructional setting. They're freer to do how they want to do it. And since we do have one less classroom, this area right now is just catching all, so we'll have that set up for a bigger area for the 2 classes.
And Max Eubanks is the director of the preschool.
Mm-hmm.
How long has he had that position?
He began with the program.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a very interesting program you have here, and it's very well done. It's good for the students.
Well, everyone likes it, and we've had lots of good things said about it.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Grooms, for helping us out in my news tour.
You're welcome.
We're here speaking with Margaret Hatchett, a teacher's assistant here at the preschool. Margaret, what do you feel is one thing that 4-year-olds get from coming to preschool?
I believe the most important thing is that they're developed socially, and it does give them an added boost to start kindergarten the next year.
You believe it helps them a lot?
Yes. I believe it's really an added boost for the children.
Thank you.
here at Stillwell Elementary talking with Josie Harris, who teaches kindergarten, and Alicia Ketcher, who teaches first grade. Good afternoon. What is the one reward that brings you back year after year and wanting to teach each year? What is the one reward that you have for coming back?
That's a difficult question, but one of the things that really makes teaching special to me is that I love children. And to me it has been a very creative career because each year you get a different group of students, and it's just special helping them learn.
Not only that, but in addition to that, seeing the spark on children's faces as they learn a new skill and that they have picked up on something new, and that you not only see the progress within that student, but you can also see the progress that you have made with that student.
Well, I think that's really great, and I was glad to be fortunate to have Mrs. Harris down here. And we thank you ladies for your time, and we hope you all have a great year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here at Stillwell Middle School talking with Dolores Patterson Beckner, who teaches math and pre-algebra, and Linda Hummingberg, who teaches reading and spelling. I wanted to ask you ladies, what is one thing that you try and instill in your students?
I think for me it would be that I try to instill in them the internal desire to learn and to hold and practice self-discipline so that they are able to do on their own and not be forced by an outside force to accomplish things.
I think probably the main thing that I try to instill is that whatever task they are asked to perform, that they do their best. And when they're doing their best, then no one should be able to find fault with them.
Also, I was wanting to ask, what is it that keeps you coming back year after year to teach?
Seeing students like you, Michelle, and like other students that I've had that have come back after being in my class and have shown such maturity and achievement in their school years.
Thank you.
The success of my former students, and again, you were one of my students, and I feel that you are a success. And that makes the whole process that we go through here in middle school worth all the prices that we have to pay, and knowing that there's going to be others that are going to succeed and that we have some small part in that.
Well, I'd like to thank you ladies very much for speaking with us today.
Thanks for being with us.
I'm here with Jim McGee, who is principal at Stillwell Middle School. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
He's going to be telling us a little bit about the improvements that they have made on the middle school gym. Mr. McGee, could you tell us a little bit?
Well, I have a good background for this gymnasium. I was doing my intern teaching when this was open to the public, completed in 1962-63 school year. And at the time, it was one of the nicer gymnasiums in our conference and in eastern Oklahoma, really. But over the years, which, it's been 30 years now, we developed some real water problems. And in fact, we started off with water problems. Up here where you see the new roof, we had skylights in there. And those skylights, condensation formed, and from the day that we opened this gymnasium, we had water dripping out of that ceiling. So the first thing we did was replace the roof, new insulation up there, and not only on the roof part, but over on the eaves over here, we replaced all of that. So it has really made it an attractive gymnasium. But with all that condensation and all that moisture, over that period of 30 years, this floor buckled to the point that it was almost condemned last year. I understand that the officials that we used to call our ball game had the authority to condemn this gymnasium, and they almost did last year. They said it was to the point that it was dangerous. So We feel real fortunate to have the support of our board and our administrator, Mr. Pat Martin, in backing getting the floor and roof replaced. It was something that was almost a must. In fact, it was. We had to do it if we were going to continue to use it. But it's turned out real well. I'm extremely pleased with it. I know our student body, which they haven't had an opportunity to see it yet, they'll see it Wednesday when we bring them in, but I know they're going to be pleased with it.
I know that a teacher from the high school has painted the emblem on the floor. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Mrs. McGee did that. The contractor that did the floor had a person that they could have used, but at the time that they needed to get it painted, their artist was busy, and so I asked my wife, Betty, the high school art teacher, if she would come down and paint that for us. I'm just extremely pleased in the way that it turned out.
It looks very, very nice, and we thank you for giving us the time to come down and give us a tour, and we thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're speaking with Sam Morris, the new band director here at Stillwell High School. Sam, will you tell us a little bit about your band program?
Well, this will be my second year, and it's just trying to get things started back like I feel like it used to be, and we're working on numbers at this time, and we're going to be down a little bit, and I got to revise some things and try to get numbers up for this year. Going to try to go to a few more parades and go to a few more contests so we can get the interest going back up again, and get the kids enthused about being in band, and band being a very, very positive thing here at Stillwell High School again.
We know that you've won several contests and been involved with many parades, and Stillwell High School seems to be very proud of their band program.
Well, this is a thing that we want to keep up, and we want the community to be also proud of it as well as our school. And this does create things as far as bringing the community closer, and hopefully we can do this with our band here at Stillwell.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're here at Stillwell High School speaking with Donna Goodwin, who is our speech and drama teacher, Johnny Sawney, who teaches history here, and Beverly Patterson, who teaches English. Good afternoon. What is the one thing that you try to instill in your students' mind as they go through high school and go through your classes?
Well, since I have freshman through senior, I'm kind of different from other teachers in the fact that I get them for 4 years. So I really get to hit them 4 different times in their high school year. And the one thing I really try to stress to them is the belief that I can do anything as long as I want to, and I'm willing to give up the time to pursue it. And a lot of times I have kids come in my room that think, this is it, I really can't take an acting career anywhere or my communications skills anywhere. But if they have the desire, the sky's the limit, and I try to help them believe and understand and give them avenues that they can do what they want to if they'll just set their mind to it and go after it.
Mr. Simon?
Well, Chris, one of the things I try to get across to my students is that, first of all, history is not boring. It gets a bad rap a lot of the time. It's a boring subject. And as I try to do that, I also try to stress the point that reading isn't boring either. History is stories, and American history is made up of stories about Americans who are successful, and we have a very rich heritage that we should be proud of. And so I try to hit those 2 points. That reading won't hurt you. In fact, it's good for you. And also the history, American history, is something that we can be proud of.
That's basically where I'm coming from too, with the idea of communication and believing in themselves that I can do it. And just because we're from a small town, we can't say, well, I can't do this. So that's kind of where I'm coming from too. You can do it.
That's great. What is the one thing that you try to do or say or put in a thought in their mind that tries to prepare them for the life after high school?
Well, I try to emphasize that there's a lot of different areas that they can go into. There's the acting field, but a lot of kids think, I can't do that, or maybe I don't want to pursue it because the chances of me getting into an acting career is probably not that great. But I try to stress to them that the majority of the time you're communicating. You're trying to get across your ideas to be accepted by others. And that's what my class tries to teach them. And I hope that I instill in them the fact that there is a time and a way and a place to say things to get across what you want. And if I can enhance those skills by the time that they're out of here, I think I've given them the step in the right direction to becoming a success.
Well, I think what we're all saying here, it kind of weaves together, because one of the things I stress is citizenship and our responsibility as Americans to get out and vote and be involved in whatever is going on in the community and also across our nation. And so she's saying you can make a difference, and I'm saying the same thing, only I'm doing it through American history. That, be involved, know your rights and your responsibilities as a citizen.
In my class is an English class, and I try to teach them writing skills. And they don't want to get out of the world. I'm not going to college, I want a job, and go in and fill out a job application and misspell words and not be able to write down things about their life that they need to do. So I'm really trying to stress that and how to use the English language, know how to take the different parts of it and be able to express yourself in the written word.
Well, that's great. And we thank you for allowing us to come down and interview you and for giving you your time. And we thank you for watching. This has been Chris Ritter for Community Focus.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. And if you're going to be a student at one of the Stillwell public schools, or if you're a parent getting ready to send your child to a Stillwell school, we hope you're more comfortable and confident about your education.
This has been Channel 14's Community Focus Back to School Special. I'm Chris Ritter.
And I'm Michelle Clifton. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
It's Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. The sun won't be fully up for another 30 minutes. However, this typical suburban delivery office is about to become a very busy place. Throughout the night and into the early morning, postal workers have been busy sorting and distributing hundreds of millions of letters, invoices, circulars, catalogs, greeting cards, magazines, and packages. Mail from real estate agents, local merchants, major retailers, charitable organizations, community service groups, universities, well, you name it. And of course, it's happening everywhere, all across the nation, in tens of thousands of post offices, big and small. 500 million pieces of mail every day. Mail moving from and to more than 115 million homes and businesses, spread across 3.5 million square miles. It's hard to visualize all the tire tread and shoe leather that this great enterprise requires. But look down any highway, road or avenue in any city, town, community, or neighborhood, and we'll be there. Every home, every business, every day. Hey, that looks good, honey.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, hi. I'm John Harper. I'm an employee of the United States Postal Service and one of its 240 million customers. Now, when Congress chartered the United States Postal Service, it didn't think small. Maintain universal and uniform service, it said. Charge a fair price. And price it in a way that's fair to all. Oh, hi, good morning, Dan.
Good morning, John. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, just great.
By the way, is your dog Max out of the hospital yet?
Yeah, we sprung him yesterday.
That's good stuff. You know, chasing cars isn't healthy.
Hey, you know, Max has been dreaming about chasing cars his whole life. He just never caught one before, did you, boy? Say, how did you get out of the backyard? Vicky's not gonna like that. Oh, Max. Anyway, I've been working for the Postal Service for, well, almost 25 years now. And, you know, this simple thing that we call a mailbox still amazes me. A mailbox is about as low-tech a device as you can find. Yet, for all its simplicity, it is a channel into and through one of the most amazing communication and distribution networks in the world. It's a network of people and equipment, facilities, vehicles, that's so much a part of our lives that, well, nearly all of us just take it for granted. That's probably the way it should be. Okay, Max, let's go inside. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Atta boy. Ah, what a nice day. All right, Max, let's sit right here for a little bit. Atta boy. Okay. No, Max, not for you. You know, some of us are already familiar with some of these issues. For example, the fact that the Postal Service no longer runs on tax money. That's right. Mailers, not taxpayers, pay the full freight for postal operations. However, misunderstandings still persist about how mailers pay, and particularly about a class of mail that pays its own way and contributes substantial amounts toward the fixed costs of the Postal Service. I guess the best way to illustrate that would be this newspaper. Oh, good boy, Max. All right, thank you, Max. Oh, it's all wet, Max. You drooled on it again. Anyway, this is a newspaper, and this is advertising. No surprises. No one expects one without the other. And everybody knows that this would be a lot more expensive if it weren't for this. The same is true for magazines, television, radio. It's also true about the mail. You see, by creating a wider, broader revenue base, well, this advertising mail helps to lighten the load. In other words, this first-class mail can cost less because of this mail. Let me illustrate. Now, today I received a total of 8 pieces of mail. Here's a magazine, our church bulletin, blank checks from our bank, something from the American Cancer Society. Oh, an invitation to our family reunion. Yeah, and I've been expecting this. And a bill from our veterinarian. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh. An enormous bill from the veterinarian. Oh, Max. Anyway, I received 8 pieces of mail today. Now, it took my letter carrier, Dan, about a minute to walk from my neighbor's house over here, select the mail addressed to me, and make the delivery. Keeping in mind that time is money, imagine what it would mean if I'd received only 1 piece of mail today. It still would have taken Dan about the same amount of time to walk from my neighbor's house, select the mail belonging to me, and make the delivery. However, the cost of that time would now have to be absorbed by the revenue from 1 piece of mail and not 8. But whoa there, you see. Postage for advertising mail doesn't cost as much as postage for first-class mail, right? And in fact, in some cases, it can cost substantially less. So if it costs less, how can it be carrying its fair share of the load? Well, the answer lies in how advertising mail is prepared and presented to the Postal Service by the mailer. Here, let me illustrate. Let's compare the handling that this circular required to the handling required by this invitation to my family reunion. After my aunt addressed and stamped her invitations, she probably dropped them in a street collection box near her home. Fine. For her, that was the end of the process. But for the Postal Service, it was just the beginning. My invitation had to be collected, then trucked to an area mail processing facility, where it was culled, canceled, and prepared for sorting. From there, it traveled to an optical character reader, which, because the envelope was handwritten and not machine-readable, passed it on to a letter sorting machine, where a clerk read the zip code and directed it to the city of delivery. Later, in the wee hours of the morning, it was sorted again, this time to the actual delivery route. And finally, it was consolidated with other mail and trucked to the post office of delivery, where it was distributed, sequenced, pulled down, and delivered. And all for the price of one first-class stamp. And that was the handling on a letter mailed locally and delivered locally. Consider what's involved when a piece goes from coast to coast. So if it takes all that work to sort and deliver this, well then, how can this, which was delivered by the same letter carrier on the same day at the same time, pay its own way when it costs less to mail than my aunt's invitation? Well, it's as simple as this. By pre-sorting their mail and by presenting it to the Postal Service according to certain guidelines, the customer eliminated a lot of the work that the Postal Service would normally have to absorb. For the Postal Service, there was nothing to collect, call, cancel, sort, or resort. And at the Office of Delivery, there was nothing that the letter carrier had to do to prepare the mail except merge it with other mail of similar size. So, you see, advertising mail costs less because it costs less to handle. Anyway, the point is, all advertising mail contributes a percentage above and beyond its handling costs. See, every year the revenues from advertising mail contribute well over $1 billion toward the cost of purchasing, constructing, and maintaining the vast network of buildings and vehicles, machines that we need to keep the mail moving. And because that money comes from advertising mail, well, that means that those costs don't have to show up in the price that you and I pay for a sheet of stamps.
Honey, I've got to get going. When the mailman bring us?
Oh, there's some sales over at the mall, and your real estate magazine came in.
Great.
And we got the invitation we've been expecting to the family reunion.
Good. I'll look at the mail later.
Okay.
Honey?
Yeah?
Be nice to Max today. Yes, Max. And when you feed him, be sure and warm his food. You know that he doesn't like it cold, okay? Bye.
Bye.
And keep Max in the backyard. Bye.
Max, what have you been telling her? Blabbermouth? Well, anyway, you know what Vicki said just now? I'll look at the mail later. You know, it makes me think about the first of 3 people or groups of people that I'd like you to consider the next time that you reach into your mailbox. First, think about yourself. Advertising mail, while helping to hold down the price of postage, is among the least intrusive forms of advertising that you can find. You can look at it now or later or never. Second, think about the local merchants, professionals, small businesses in your community. A local merchant or professional will often find that television, radio, newspapers cast far too wide a net and are priced out of reach. Without direct mail, they simply couldn't get the word out about their products or services. And third, think about the nation's charities. You see, hundreds, possibly thousands of public service organizations, big and small, depend heavily on direct mail to raise the funds that support a long list of worthy causes. Well, that's quite a bit to chew on. I'm speaking metaphorically, Max. Yeah, metaphor, M-E, look, Max, look it up, will you? Listen, I gotta go, it's feeding time, but please remember these few points, if you will. Advertising mail pays its own way, and it contributes more than $1 billion a year toward the fixed costs of the Postal Service. It helps to hold down the costs of other classes of mail, and it requires less postage because it requires less handling. And also, it can help keep a guy out of the doghouse, sometimes. I'm going to call Vicki and spring for lunch today, since I have this 2-for-1 lunch coupon at that nice place near our office. Yeah, what do you think about that, Max? He thinks that's great, and it... Yeah, can we eat now? Well, of course we can eat now. All right, Max, come on, boy, let's go inside. Come on. Attaboy. Okay, inside. Okay, Max. Oh, Max, come on, what do you mean? That's not what Lassie eats. Well, what if the can's been in the refrigerator? Look, all right, I forgot. Well, warm it up yourself. I don't care what you tell Vicki. I know she told me to take it out of the refrigerator. Well, I forgot it. I've been busy. Listen, I got other things.